Well, hello everybody! We're doing our live trivia. I don't know why I keep getting this message. How do we... Anyway, so we're going to go live...
Well, you got it last time too.
Yes.
I just tell you.
Yes. We're going to start the trivia in 4 minutes. I just wanted to say hello to everybody and let you know next week we're going to be doing trivia on episodes 4, 5, and 6 of Star Wars, which I'm really excited for because Star Wars is amazing. So yeah, next week 4, 5, and 6 for Star Wars. This week, however, is general trivia, and we'll be pulling from a massive deck of cards from Trivial Pursuit. And hopefully those of you who are really good at general trivia will show us the breadth and depth of your knowledge. I will be totally flummoxed by most of them, but that's okay. Three minutes to go. If you guys have any questions on anything that we're doing here, or you just want to chat, by all means stick it in the chat box. We've got a couple of minutes where we can just chat about anything you'd like. Oh, and happy Cinco de Mayo, if that's the thing for you. Sounds like it should be for everyone. Sounds like a ton of fun.
And for everybody else, happy Taco Tuesday.
That's right. It's not kind of the same thing? No.
Doesn't always land on a Tuesday. So.
That is true. Alright. We put them in the back last time. So we're going to do things a tiny bit different. It doesn't really matter to you guys, but I like to explain things. I was rolling dice to see which question would come up. We're going to continue doing that. But I realized the grand total, or the ones we pull from, there's 10 different categories. So I've pre-rolled. I'm going to pre-roll 4 questions at a time. This will help us get started when we get into the question period, so that the various rounds or segments go a little faster. And we get more questions in per segment. Do you happen to have earbuds on so you can make sure that... Oh, yes. Perfect. That sound is coming through and...
You are good.
Nice. I like it. 1 minute. The countdown has started. I probably shouldn't tap the desk.
Mm-hmm.
I know it comes through on the mic very poorly. We got a whole bunch from... Oh, 7:30 it is. So we get to get started. Hopefully we have a few folks here, but if not, I will test Crystal's knowledge and we can see how she is. She's great at trivia, whereas I am not. All right, first round, brief explanation, folks. Like always, we're going to ask a question. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to answer it. It's about 30 seconds, but I actually give you 40 because there's a little bit of a delay between whatever I say and whatever you hear. So I'm going to give you a brief period of time, and then you'll see in the chat that time's up for that question. When time is up, if you've given us the correct answer between when I've asked and when that notice arrives, then we give you a point. If you have not, or if you're too late, then we do not. Now, the only judge of this is my lovely wife, Crystal, who's on a different computer and is watching as you guys are as a spectator. So the timing comes through based on her computer, because as mentioned, mine is delayed. So, let me bring up my timer here, and I totally forgot to do that earlier. And we'll get into question 1. Question 1's category is science and nature. Oh, we'll also tell you the segment leaders, and segments finish every 15 minutes. So quarter after, 7:45, 8 o'clock, 8:15, and 8:30. We'll give you the leader for each segment, and then we'll tell you the leader for the whole night. So even if you arrive late, you could be the leader for a segment. So let's start segment number 1. Science and nature. The question is, what is another common name for the orca? What is another common name for the orca? It's a total mislabel. We shouldn't call them these. Do you know, darling?
I believe so.
Time's up. No, I gotta hit enter. There we go. What was your guess, darling?
The orca is the killer whale.
That is correct.
Free Willy.
The common name for the orca is a killer whale, and it's not a very good name for them at all.
Did I just age myself with the Free Willy?
Maybe, but if so, I'm right there with you. All right, next question. That's 6, 7, 8. Next question comes from comics and video games. And who portrayed Hellboy in the movie directed by Guillermo del Toro? Who portrayed Hellboy in the movie directed by Guillermo del Toro? Do you know?
I can picture him.
Yeah. It's always the names. I think I need a timer up here somewhere. It'll be a little easier to see. Time's up on that one too. Do you want to guess?
No.
Okay. It's the only Hellboy in my opinion. The new one I'm sure was a great movie, but the first two were done by Ron Perlman, and he did a fantastic job at those. Next question. In Office Space, which famous singer does actor David Herman's character share a name? In Office Space, which famous singer does actor David Herman's character share a name? If you're an Office fan, you know this, absolutely. Because I kind of half know it, and I don't even know it. Yep. Having watched 0 episodes of The Office, or The Office Space.
I saw the movie long.
I've seen clips. Hey Kate, how you doing? Oh, looks like time's up on that question. Do you have any guess, darling?
I do not.
The character's name is Michael Bolton.
Well, that brings me back.
Ooh, I'm just going to adjust these a little bit. Next question. Is comics and video games. Sorry, I didn't give you guys the category last time. What was the name of the Wonder Twins' pet space monkey? What was the name of the Wonder Twins' pet space monkey? don't even remember who the Wonder Twins are. Or what show or program or comic they'd be from.
Oh, wow. That's old.
That's the benefit of doing this. We get to learn new things. They're from Super Friends. Hi, Had a Project.
That would be Marcus.
Marcus, how you doing? All right, so time's up. So unfortunately, you won't get any points, but do you want to guess anyway? The name of the Wonder Twins pet space monkey is... It's probably the delay that's killing us. But anyway, it is in fact... Yes! It is Gleek! Well done, sir. Moving on. Alright, have to reroll. 4 questions and then reset. 2, 2, 9, and 3. So 2 is from here. This question is from the entertainment category. New tools. Alright. What singer performed Forget You with Gwyneth Paltrow at the 2011 Grammys wearing brightly colored feathers? What singer performed Forget You with Gwyneth Paltrow at the 2011 Grammys wearing brightly colored feathers? It's not always the first person who gets it, so you could take a wild stab at somebody else's guess and be like, I hope I'm right. But it is, in fact, time's up on that one as soon as I can type it. There we go. It is, in fact, CeeLo Green. Congratulations, Kate and Marcus. 2, 2. Once again, in entertainment. What film director founded the company Industrial Light and Magic to provide special effects for his successful trilogy of films? I don't know, this might lead into next week's trivia. What film director founded the company Industrial Light and Magic to provide special effects for a successful trilogy of films? You weren't here, Marcus, but we're doing Star Wars next week, so...
We're doing the first original 3.
Right, yeah, just the original 4, 5, and 6. So, I hope you're here next week. We are doing Star Wars trivia next week. But, maybe a delay. Oh, I gotta type. Time's up on that one, folks. I think I cut you off a little bit early, but that's alright. I'm reading the I'm like, Marcus can't make it next week? But apparently. Maybe yes, maybe yes. Number 9. Alright, so we're pulling our questions tonight, as usual, on our general night from Trivial Pursuit. And the other questions are from Geek Battle. So if you like trivia and you've not picked up these games, you might want to do that. We're a big, we like games, so just giving them a little plug there. All right, next one is 9, which will be this. Science and technology. What was the last desktop computer made by Commodore? What was the last desktop computer made by Commodore?
had one of these.
Are you sure?
I think, unless I have the answer.
Most people I know didn't have one of these, but that's just that I knew. And they probably were onto a different computer set by this point. Oh, time's up. I just gotta run. Okay. The last desktop computer made by Commodore. Let's see if anybody gave a... I don't see a correct answer on my side, but it is in fact the Amiga 4000.
Okay, I didn't have that one.
Which was released in 1992. Are you taking pictures of me?
Nope. Does he know me?
Oh, yeah. I can never ignore you, baby. Okay, number 3. The numbers don't matter to you guys at all. It's just a matter of which card I'm pulling from. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was white, like a lot of their late model things. But moving on. Making sure we keep track of time here. The last... yeah, number 3. This one is for history. Nope, that's a bad card. Pulling another card. This one is history. According to traditional Indian medicine, what is the number of major chakras in the human body? According to traditional Indian medicine, what is the number of major chakras in the human body? You can see Crystal if she wants to be seen.
Was that a question?
Yeah, Marcus was asking. You can see Crystal. But that, yeah, no. Actually, it's just the me show. This is all about my ego. And Crystal's just supportive of my addiction. Oh, yep, time's up on that one. And reset there. Looks like, Marcus, you got it correct. It is 7. The number of major chakras in the human body is 7. I like burn through those questions right quick. We can get probably one more in at least. All right, that's a 10. 10 comes from this pile. Let's do it. Comic-Con International, the world's biggest geek fest, has been held since 1970 in what U.S. city? This, by the way, is Geek Life. What Comic-Con International, the world's largest geek fest, has been held since 1970 in what U.S. city? Yeah, you might know. You've been looking this stuff like up all month.
Not this year.
Marcus, do you say that's awesome that this is my ego fest and she's just helping me? All right. I was totally joking, by the way. I also prefer not to be on camera typically, but somebody's got to do it. All right, time's up on that one. And what was the question again? All right.
Where is Comic-Con?
Comic-Con International is held in San Diego, California? California. CA's California.
Every year but this year.
Every year but this year. Don't rub it in.
I'm crying a little.
All right, that is our first cut off for our segment. Darling, do you have numbers of who is doing well? And
for round 1?
You can put yourself on there. You answered a couple questions. I don't have a Star Wars costume. If I did, I would wear it. We're trying to dress things up by changing the background every week. Because, well, then people can look at our recordings and be like, I saw that one already. Or, ooh, I didn't see that one. But if you have any suggestions on what can make it a little more interesting, I'm all ears. You can tell sometimes whenever I reach up where the box ends. Most points to Marcus! Alright, we'll move on. So it looks like there's a 3, 2 really ranking so far to the folks who've showed up tonight. And starting round 2. First question, Trivial Pursuit, is sports and leisure. I definitely won't know anything about this. No, wait. Whoa. The leisure part. I got this. What company released Donkey Kong, Punch-Out, and The Legend of Zelda video games? What company released Donkey Kong, Punch-Out, and The Legend of Zelda video games? This could be a trick question, because there's often the video game studio, and then there's the publisher platform, and they're not always the same. Although we have some smart people here tonight, because they got that one right off the bat. I'm going to call it time. Time's up, folks, because you both got it right, and I haven't seen anybody else pop in here yet. Woo! Now, the thing is, did Nintendo actually build? I guess they did. They built all of these. Yeah. Donkey Kong was out before Nintendo had a system. Yeah, that whole. Anyway, moving on. Number 3, Yellow History. Which inventor was known as the Wizard of Menlo Park? Which inventor was known as the Wizard of Menlo Park? I'll give you a hint. You've definitely heard of him. I totally do. I didn't buy the Switch yet, though.
Savannah has it.
Yes, but I didn't buy it because I was trying to be good, knowing that I don't really have time to play it. The Wizard of Menlo Park. Rob! Welcome! Oh, time's up, folks. And it sounds like this was a guess, but you got it right, Marcus. It was Thomas Edison. 3, 7, 5. 7. Next question. Sci-fi and fantasy. Apparently we're getting a little bit of Star Wars tonight. In Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, the Death Star is first tested out on what planet? In Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, the Death Star is first tested out on what planet? Shouldn't it be which planet? No. Bad card. By the way, folks, just a reminder, spelling doesn't matter. As long as we know that you meant the right thing, we'll give you the point for it. Yeah, we have to be able to determine that, just to be clear. All right, time's up on that one. It is, in fact, Alderaan. Hopefully I got that right. That the Death Star was first tested out on in A New Hope. Six, 7, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one is science and nature. What ailment is often caused by rhinovirus? What ailment is often caused by rhinovirus? Erectile dysfunction. Alright, we have to have a stipulation to tell us kind of what you're talking about, so maybe a little more information there, okay? Because, like, lots of things could be a cold. Time's up on that one. The answer they're looking for is the common cold. Which, you know, could be anything really, but apparently it's the common cold.
I'm pretty sure that's what Kate was implying.
I believe you as well, but cold could also be a state of temperature.
She's a teacher. She sees lots of it.
Yeah, no joke. I think I did those already. Alright, roll them again. What, you giving us a step-by-step there, buddy? Well, this is what happens when. 7. From sci-fi and fantasy. Ooh, good luck with this one. Unless you're really into the theme. Name cyberpunk sci-fi author William Gibson's first novel, winner of the Nebula Award, the Philip K. Dick Award, and the Hugo Award. Name cyberpunk sci-fi author William Gibson's first novel, winner of the Nebula Award, the Philip K. Dick Award, and the Hugo Award.
I'm out.
Yeah. They may have made a movie on this. Maybe. It rings a bell. But I know I haven't read it. No! Marcus, how did you pull that one out? Have you read it?
It's a crappy movie.
It's a crappy movie. That's awesome. 8. 8 is one of these as well. Ooh, I use the same one. Pull another question. Alright, this one should be easy for some of us. This is from Comics and Video Games. What Blizzard Entertainment science fiction real-time military strategy game pits rival species Terrans, Protoss, and Zergs against each other for dominance? What Blizzard Entertainment science fiction real-time military strategy game pits rival species Terrans, Protoss, and Zergs against each other for dominance? Was the video game also crappy?
Not the video game from the question.
No, this is a different video game we're talking about here. Time's up on that, folks. Looks like all of you know StarCraft well. It is, in fact, StarCraft. That was Blizzard Entertainment science fiction real-time military strategy game. So we do this show because Crystal likes to laugh at me. That's entirely why we're here tonight.
You gotta hear it from my amusement.
Okay, I didn't know if that was based off Neuromancer or not. I know it's Cyberpunk 2020 or 2074 or something. I was thinking on getting it, although it's not typically my genre. Moving on. This card. Ooh. Okay, which U.S. city, this is sports and leisure, which U.S. city is synonymous with deep dish pizza? Which U.S. city is synonymous with deep dish pizza? By the way, if you disagree with the card on this, the card's right. Time's up on that one, folks. It is, in fact, Chicago that is synonymous with deep dish pizza.
Yes, it is.
And roll some dice again. I think we move through questions much faster this way. Which is all in your benefit, hopefully. 5.
You mean as opposed to the Friends wheel? That...
Come on, that was hilarious. Science and nature. Okay. I hope you guys can get this one, because you're at a computer. On the standard QWERTY computer keyboard, what is the only vowel not to appear in the top row of letters? On a standard QWERTY computer keyboard, what is the only vowel not to appear in the top row of letters? It's like free points, right? You guys can just look down and be like, Time's up on that one, folks. If you guessed A, you are correct. That is the only letter not on the top row of the QWERTY keyboard.
No lightning rounds this time.
We don't have the cards for that. I could ask you 6 random questions and you can give it a go. I actually like the lightning rounds. I think it's an interesting change the dynamic. But okay, so we're gonna have a question for you guys based on how we do our trivia. I'm pretty sure you guys are game for whatever, but we're gonna have a question for you at the end of tonight's show, and you can give us some feedback because there's a different kind of trivia game that we want to try out. But if you guys think it would suck, then we won't do it. All right. Next question, number 2, is entertainment. Yeah, entertainment. What is the name of the Kendall character in Disney's film Beauty and the Beast? What is the name of the Kendall character in Disney films Beauty and the Beast? This is the times that my wife wished she was one of you, just answering questions randomly to show how smart she is, because she's really smart. How do you know I'm even wearing pants? I mean, I could actually have my shirt cut off just below the nipples. You would have no idea. The show is no longer family friendly. We've talked about erectile dysfunction and nipples. It is, in fact, Lumiere. I would pay for that photo. Number 9. Number 9 is one of these. Science and technology. Ooh, I hope I get this right. GIGO is a common term in computer science. In computer science, what does the acronym mean? GIGO is a common term in computer science. What does the acronym mean? It's a truth rule in life, I think, too. But last question of the round, by the way. Time's up, folks. You are, in fact, correct. Garbage in and garbage out is what GIGO means in, well, computer science and probably a few other things. And 6 comes from this one. Good to know, Marcus. Good to know. All right, let's take a look at how we're doing on the scoreboard. We should work towards getting some sort of graphic that we can update. That'd be pretty cool. But then we'd have to be a lot faster at this stuff. Not that stuff, this stuff. Because this is what's showing. Good job, Kate and Marcus. I know you're not wearing pants, Marcus. You work from home. Congratulations, everybody. Well done. We are moving on to... Oh, we'll start with that one. All right. Next question is sports and leisure. What number jersey did basketball player Michael Jordan wear? What number jersey did basketball player Michael Jordan wear? How do you know that?
Because I used to watch him.
Not into the sports as much?
No.
All right, folks. As soon as I get it typed out, time will be up. It is, in fact, 23 is the number of the jersey that Michael Jordan wears. And I just learned that Crystal used to be into basketball. We've never talked about sports much ever. So, apparently we have more discussing to do. It's good when you reveal things about each other 12 years into your relationship. Keeps things fresh and new. All right, number 6, we just did that one. Number 3. Moving on to history. Yeah. Right? What farm animal shares a name with a document issued by the Pope? What farm animal shares a name with a document issued by the Pope? It's also a pretty good TV show. Do you know? I'll show it to you. All right, folks. None of you got it correct, but that is okay. I wouldn't have guessed this either. The farm animal which shares the name of a document issued by the Pope is, or a Pope, I guess, is bull. 10, pulling from here. Geek life. How many hits does it take to sink an aircraft carrier in Milton Bradley's game Battleship? How many hits does it take to sink an aircraft carrier in Milton Bradley's game Battleship? Marcus, if you weren't looking for a reaction, you wouldn't have said it. I think we have some Battleship players here. The answer is indeed 5. It takes 5 hits to sink an aircraft carrier in the Milton Bradley game Battleship. I have no idea. That was 10. Perfect. We're on to 8, which is this one. Go here. Comics and video games. Ooh. The 1982 arcade game Baby Pac-Man combined Pac-Man gameplay with what other type of game? The 1982 arcade game Baby Pac-Man combined Pac-Man gameplay with what other type of game?
I don't know, but it's probably on your arcade thing downstairs.
Ooh, I haven't looked. But now I'm curious. Does anybody remember Baby Pac-Man? I'll be honest, I don't. Living in the shadow of his parents. Oh, look at that. Time's up. And Marcus, your guess was right on the nose. It was, in fact, pinball was the gameplay that was combined with Pac-Man style gameplay in the 1982 arcade game Baby Pac-Man.
Now I'm curious how that works.
Yes, yeah, like, I mean, I suppose, but apparently you could switch between, it says here, you could switch between, players could switch between Pac-Maze and Pinball Field. It's now one of the rarest Pac-Man games out there. So if you find and have a copy, it might be worth a little bit of money. You know, if you sell that kind of thing. 7. Sci-fi and fantasy. Yeah. If I have an emulator downstairs and I have about 1,000 games on it, so if I find it, maybe I can shoot a video game and we'll have something to showcase that. This is weird things that people have come up with. Anyway, next question. Toronto's awesome. Inspired by the uniforms Mal and Zoe wear during the war against the Alliance, which nickname is also used to describe Firefly fans? Inspired by the uniforms Mal and Zoe wear during the war against the Alliance, what nickname is also used to describe Firefly fans? No, I'm not drinking tonight. I just can't talk.
How did you mess up that question?
Good. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, I'm going to give you the suggestions that they have here that are not correct. Red legs, purple bellies, black masks. Who comes up with these? Oh, and time's up. Cutoff is in. Okay. Those of you who said brown coats, you are correct. That is the nickname given to describe Firefly fans. Yeah, so just to be clear, I don't like the name personally. I am a fan, absolutely, but it's so boring. A brown coat is kind of boring, and it's brown. So my wife knows I don't like the color brown. Moving on. That's
and
7.
you're definitely a fan.
Yeah. I don't know everything about everything, but, definitely a fan. Science and technology. If you go to a meeting with 5 other people and everyone exchanges business cards, how many cards will be passed out? This is a math question. But let's do it. If you go to a meeting with 5 other people and everyone exchanges business cards, how many cards will be passed out? By the way, I have no idea, but yep, I got it right. Too many. Business cards are so antiquated. We don't do that anymore. We just swipe phones at each other. Time's up on that one, folks. All right, 5 other people is 6 people total, but 1 person on each of that is not giving out a card to themselves, so it's really just 5. 5 times 6 is 30. It's 30. That's how many business cards will get passed out. Nobody got that one right, from what I see. What are we at? 9. That was 9. Okay, cool. 1. Ooh. Interesting. This one is geography. What word for waterfall can also refer to an eye condition? What word for waterfall can also refer to an eye condition? Yes, by the way, nice try. I need to cheerlead people more. It's a lacking. What word for waterfall?
Don't go chasing?
Not if it's one of these. Ooh, there we go. You have a few more seconds because I didn't hit start. It's about a waterfall, therefore it's geography. It's a stretch in my mind, but
Geography isn't just places, it's also things to do with land and the environment.
yes. What's that one thing? Geology is something, but geography is where it's at. It was a good one. Anyway.
Geology rocks.
Yeah, geology rocks, but geography is where it's at. All right, so the word for waterfall that can also refer to an eye condition is in fact cataract. How did you guys know that? Good on you. That's interesting and awesome. I usually use that for rapids. Neat.
You joke.
What's the next one? That was 1, 8. Okay, 8 comes from here. Did we do that one already? No. This might date you a little bit. Comics and video games. What laser disc-based arcade video game was animated by Don Bluth? What laser disc-based arcade video game was animated by Don Bluth? I'm sure you've all played this. I just didn't know it was laser disc based. Oh, and start. I'm also curious now how many other Laserdisc-based arcade video games were actually created. Laserdisc didn't last for very long. It was like a blip. Time's up on that, folks. And yes, it was indeed Dragon's Lair that Don Bluth animated. Well, I don't know. He was involved. That was Laserdisc based. Yes. So weird, but awesome. That was an amazing change to how arcade games were played, which I thought was awesome. 6, 7, 8. Maybe I got the number wrong on that. 1, 8. No, there we go. That's fine. Dice time. Rolling some dice. Arts and literature. What museum was the setting for the Ben Stiller film A Night at the Museum? What museum was the setting for the Ben Stiller film A Night at the Museum? Wow. I'm surprised it's still available. Time's up on that one, folks. Let's see if anybody got it. Good job. Good try. Smithsonian, the M. I don't know what the M is, but I suppose you could try to say it's the American Museum of Natural History, because that is in fact the museum that Ben Stiller's film Night Museum was the setting for. The American Museum of Natural History. That was number 4, and we're going to do a 4 again. We'll see that in a minute. 6. That's awesome if you knew that, Kate. That's fantastic. Orange. Did she get the point before my thing came up? Nice. Sports and leisure. On what type of bars do male gymnasts compete? On what type of bars do male gymnasts compete? don't even know how to change that. We should learn. Google is our friend. It might be coming from OBS. Happy hour bars. That's after the show.
Are you kidding? Those guys don't drink.
It is, in fact, the parallel bars that are the type of bars that male gymnasts compete on. Good job, everybody. That was 4. That was 6. Okay, cool. 1, 3. Both in the same card. Numbers for us, darling?
I do.
Oh, by the way, I have a quick answer round for you coming up next. We happen to hit one of those. Round 3, Marcus. Fantastic. Rob, Kate, great job. Do we have a point total there, or we're just going to list some announcements? We don't have to do point totals. I'm just cool. You know, whether it's by 1 or 1,000, you get a rank above. Absolutely great job. All right, so you guys are open to dodge all the lightning rounds. I'm not going to ask you 5 questions, but I am going to ask you for several answers with this one. Name 3 of the 5 African nations whose name starts with the letter Z. Name 3 of the 5 African nations whose names start with the letter Z. Oh, sorry, my apologies. Include the letter Z. I'm going to reset the timer on that one. Okay. 3 of the African nations whose names include the letter Z. Reading is good, Chris. We're going to need to take a minute to check all your answers after this one.
Rob's just going to list everything.
All right. So it's 3 out of 5. Yeah, name 3 of the 5. So the 5 were, that include the letter Z. Sorry for the confusion there. Zimbabwe. No. Yep, Zimbabwe's one of them. But I was reading the wrong thing. Mozambique. Yeah, Mozambique. Swaziland. Tanzania. Zambia, and Zimbabwe. So those are the 5 they're looking for. Now, somebody mentioned Zaire, which is no longer Zaire. It's now the Republic of the Congo.
Yes.
The Democratic Republic of the Congo. Isn't that just the Congo? And how are they democratic? With machetes?
They're democratic now.
Oh, okay, that's good.
It's Africa. If you wait a couple years, it'll change names again.
Right, yes. Well, not getting political here, folks. Or we are. No,
It's not political, it's just a fact.
Arts and literature. Okay, so, do you want, you do a point per? How do you want to track that? Yeah. So the benefit about the multi-answer rounds is you have multiple chances to get points. So, yay. Moving on. Purple, arts and literature. Nope, did that one already. Once again with the arts and literature. In computer lingo, what is the common name for a tiny picture element? In computer lingo, what is the common name for a tiny picture element? I totally want music here. Do, 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 do. Time's up on that one, folks. So we got thumbnail, icon. Good guesses all, but I think the keyword here was picture element. Tiny picture element is a?
Pixel.
Pixel! Número 6. What deck of cards features a Wheel of Fortune and a tower? What deck of cards features a Wheel of Fortune and a tower? You can let Trivia Pursuit know. Time's up on that one. Looks like we have some folks who've seen a tarot card deck. Yes, it has a T on the end, but no, tarot card. The deck of cards with a Wheel of Fortune and a tower is in fact the tarot deck. Good luck with this one, folks. This one is geography. As of 2012, which country is the world's leading rice exporter? As of 2012, which country is the world's leading rice exporter? "13 seconds behind." All right. As of 2012, the world's leading rice exporter is, in fact, Thailand. I wouldn't have guessed that. I mean, yeah, but world's leading? I wouldn't have guessed that. Rolling some dice. Good job, Farah! The wife is always right. Even when they're not. Number 6. Sports and leisure. In basketball, how many players can a team have on the court at any given time? In basketball, how many players can a team have on the court at any time? Yes.
I played.
Yeah.
Briefly.
Yeah. See, the things you don't know. You more and more stories. It's good. Time's up on that one, folks. Looks like the ladies are taking this one. Crystal says 5. She's right. Kate says 5. She's right. Farah says 5. She's right, too. It is, in fact, 5. That was number 6. 6, 8. 8 is here.
Don't ask me anything about football.
Or baseball?
Some.
Volleyball?
I know
A little bit. Well, yeah, we just helped Declan for a year, in addition to your own experience. All right, this one's from comics and video games. In the arcade game Joust, the player played as a knight battling other knights while riding what? In the arcade game Joust, the player played as a knight battling other knights riding what?
I believe this game was on your arcade system.
It is. Mm-hmm. It is. And it makes no scientific sense.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't that a thing on the Swiss Family Robinson or one of those movies?
Maybe. Yes, probably. Yeah, of course, all knights ride ostriches, because that's what it was. The thing you rode in Joust as a knight is, in fact, an ostrich that flies. That was 8. We go back to 1. Oh. What? Oh, geography again, and I'm going to contest this. I don't know how this is geography, except for the study of people, but that's not geography so much as far as I understand. What hat takes its name from the Spanish word for shade? What hat takes its name for the Spanish word for shade? I don't know what that means. You'll find out in some seconds. Yeah, no, I totally got that math wrong. Time's up on that one, folks. It is, in fact, the sombrero, the hat that takes its name from the Spanish word for shade, the sombrero. And 6. 6 is... Oh, same one. Maybe. Nope. Nope. This might, in fact, be our last question. Let's see if we can squeeze them in. Sports and leisure. In cycling, what does BMX stand for? In cycling, what does BMX stand for? I told you. Oh, hey, whoa, hey. Time's up on that one, folks. Awesome. It is, in fact, bicycle motocross. Good job, everybody. That is what BMX stands for. Bicycle motocross. When referring to cycling. I don't know what else it would be referring to, but cycling. All right, that's it for tonight, folks. We're going to get a section or segment total from Crystal, and then we'll get the leaderboard for the night. Congrats, Rob! Marcus! So glad you had fun. Kate! Thanks for coming out, because this is so much more fun with people. Farah! And as usual, I don't usually publicly thank her, but of course, this wouldn't happen without Crystal. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome.
Marcus! Showing your knowledge of the world. Ooh, I missed the call. Good job. Oh, do you want to... I guess I would have to go get one. Finish your thing. I want to talk about the association game.
Oh, okay. I got it.
All right. Crystal's going to go get me an example.
You want to remind them what's going on next week?
Right. So next week, as mentioned, we're going to be doing episodes 4, 5, and 6 of Star Wars. At some point in the future, we're going to do an all Star Wars encompassing one, but, well, we haven't tracked down that trivia game yet. We could come up with our own questions, but, yeah, like verifying that you actually know what you're talking about is hard. So we just buy trivia games and let them do the work for us. But next week is 4, 5, and 6. The original trilogy. We got the collector's edition set, so we're going to have R2-D2 tell us what category we're going to pull from. Well, if you're heading out, by all means, Star Trek. Did I say Star Trek? I meant Star Wars. If you're heading out, thanks for joining us, Marcus. I did want to ask you guys, there's a kind of trivia game. It's a little different than the open-ended questions, and I think it would be interesting to mix things up a little bit. So what we do is we list off 3 or 5 different things, and then your challenge is to tell us what all of those things have in common. Would that be interesting to you guys? Maybe we should do that on a whole separate night, just as a one-off, and see how it goes. You want to do a Star Trek night, Rob? Is that what you're saying? Because I'm pretty sure there's trivia out there for that, too.
I can put it together.
I guarantee you there's trivia out there.
The movies or the shows?
You,
Oh, did you actually want a question?
yeah, I wanted to give one a go. So I'll do one with you guys now, and you can kind of prepare yourself mentally for... Because I've never actually seen these before.
This is the one.
This is the one?
What?
Oh. Is this the thing? So oh!
What are those 3 having up?
And then you turn it over and you get the... Aha! Okay, here's one for you guys. We'll give it a go. Here's just 3 things. It's not always 3, but here's 3. Flies, rows, and dips. I would not get this one right, by the way. Flies, rows, and dips. Any idea? These are lifts in weight training. Lifts in weight training. So that's kind of how this game's played. They give you 3 things, and hey, Marcus, yeah, you probably know that one. I thought you were gone.
I would hope he knows what that one is.
So yeah, that's how that one's played. If you guys are interested, give us feedback on that, and maybe we'll switch up our format every once in a while, just to general knowledge. There's no categories with this, and but maybe we'll do that in the future. But would love you guys' feedback on all of this. If you have any suggestions on which specific trivia you'd like us to do, or any ways that we could improve the show, we're all ears. Thanks so much for spending tonight with us, guys. Like always, we'll be here next Tuesday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Tell all your friends. You may as well come and laugh with them, too. All of things need more Crystal. I absolutely agree.
Next week.
We can set her up right here beside me in the near future. She can share in the peacockedness. All right, folks. Have a great night. We'll see you next week.